and remaking. There's Ben Stiller showing up to meet his hero and tell him, you are my hero. A hero in a green t-shirt that came right out of public relations playbook, all part of the propaganda plan. A propaganda plan that goes back to the very First World War. You can read right from this playbook. Now, according to Politico, both the United States and British embassies at the time took on the media outreach for Vladimir Zelensky himself. They were handling this, fielding phone calls and placing media appearances. This all from the United States and British embassies and PR companies in both America and the United Kingdom, we later learned, according to Politico. Must be nice. The U.S. and British, like your tax dollars, going to make sure that the public image of Vladimir Zelensky is being upheld. And his media appearances
Maybe they're just
are being
working on a
taken care
movie. Something about Zelensky.
That's why Ben Stiller showed up, it seems.
Franks and beans.
There you go.
I want to play you in a movie. That's why, I want to see where do you get your green t-shirts?
It wouldn't be terrible casting.
No, I think he'd be spot on.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would be if they, to me, if they made a satire of it, like, Tropic Thunder or something. But no, it would be like a real movie, unfortunately. So the U.S. and the British government's actively lining up interviews and media coaching for Vladimir Zelensky. Keep wearing that green t-shirt. It's testing well. We've been testing it with our audiences, and we think that it really shows. Americans think you're right in the middle of the war. They like to see a down and dirty guy, out there on the streets of Kiev, telling it like it is. He posts videos of himself on the streets of Kiev as bombs are flying overhead. Then eagle-eyed observers, can you continue to roll that video? So eagle-eyed observers said, wait a second, something's not adding up here.
Is it the beard dye?
No, it's not the beard dye. Just look a little bit more closely at this video. If you'll look, you'll notice...
Gentlemen, I just want to say that's too dark of a color. If you're going to be dyeing your beard, that's not... Sorry.
Okay. So it's not the beard dye, but if you're looking very closely at these videos that he's posting, you'll notice that he's actually standing in front of a green screen.
How do you know that?
So eagle-eyed observers were able to look very closely, not just in inconsistencies with the video, the lighting, and of course the flapping of the flags and all of this stuff, but the shoulder, shots of his shoulder. Now, David, you're a green screen expert. What's the problem here?
So there's the separation, like you can see the bleeding of the green on the edges there.
Right. Not normally in a photo, but if you're standing in front of a green screen,
but if
filmically,
we can I just ask questions then? Because leave the image up, because the line between his shirt and his neck is clear, right? That's a real
that's a
live
real
image. So
right.
if we could just compare that with the outline of his shoulder, that's what's telling us who are not experts that this is.
Can we go back to the full video?
Yeah,
okay.
If you want to go back to that full video, you can see that. There we go. And so, it's very easy to film a background and then stand in front of it, right? Stand in front of it because you're not actually standing on the street there in that spot. Now, of course, we learned last week that he is, in fact, standing in front of green screens, pretending to play war, as evidenced by another round of videos that has surfaced of him. Here's another example of him in front of these green screens, walking up and speaking.
Did they release it with that pixelization?
No, but...
Oh, that's us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here you can see, because of course it's all a Hollywood production, film crews creating fake scenes to share on social media. Now we see him standing there in the green screen, and we get to see what this all looks like, because of course it's all a show. And even if some of it's real, does it really matter? Because most of it's fake, right? And all it takes is one fake. Right? All it takes is one part of your government to tell you lies where you start to not believe any of it, right? So, of course, it's all a Hollywood production. Film crews creating fake scenes. We now have a number of instances of this about the propaganda. Fake scenes to share on social media. Like, share this out. Show the destruction. Show these images. Here's a few examples, right? You can roll this. Here's a film. Let's show this Ukrainian soldier in agony because of the pain of war and the attacks from Russian soldiers. The agony, and cut. Okay. Here's another scene. We need to show Russian tanks that are being attacked and in trouble. So, all right, cue the guy with the smoke. Where's the guy with the smoke? Can we get the guy with the smoke canister? Yep. Oh, here we go. Here's the
Look
canister
at the
of
guy
smoke.
moving the camera too. He's moving it like it's like there's action going on. Did you see that? He was rocking back and forth.
Like a Star Trek episode where it's like, all right, Kirk, Spock, move to the side of the cabin. Ready? And we just got hit by a Klingon ship. Here, put the smoke down. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. This is my favorite. And action. Okay, you're all running. You're all scared. This was one of the early ones that made its way around social media. And run. You're terrified. You're terrified. Incoming attacks from Russia. Okay. And cut.
You remember when we covered quite a while back when they were driving through that town with the fake, like when people were like, they drove by and said, hey, these people are dead. And then they drove by and people were getting up. We saw them actually getting up.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's another one. Here's another example. I want to kind of go back, if I could, to that press guy, because that was one of my favorites, but we kind of missed that one.
I can't. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
The one where the people were getting up was apparently a Greenpeace protest or some environmental protest where people were covering themselves as if climate change would do that to them.
Yeah.
And the reporter just decided to take a live shot. So yes, we've seen a lot of propaganda.
But so you saw, there was one of my favorite parts of this whole video is the press guy laying down, pretending that he's actually like, oh my gosh, there's shells coming in. I'm laying down here because this is what it looks like. And then you see him on the wide shot of that press of the reporter laying there in the dirt with the microphone. Then we flash and you see just like a woman walking home with her groceries. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Just like laying in the dirt, like for this photo op? Like, what are you doing? Like just laying there in your body armor, your press body armor, laying there.
Listen to those people those guys that do the weather forecast and they like look like they're getting hammered with water and rain, and then people are like walking behind them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like let me see if I can pull it up here on my screen.
But I want to say really quick, like if you guys just do a YouTube search of CNN green screen, okay, type that into YouTube. Not now, wait till after the show, don't leave. But type that in and you will see, you'll recognize certain stories that you saw on TV where they're in war times, or even some of the military activities were done all in front of blue and green screens. It'll send you down a rabbit hole, trust me, but it's one you need to go down because it just shows you that this happens more than we think.
Uyuyan milletler ya ölür ya da köle olarak uyanır.